Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kevin Davidson with Kevin's Korner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective podcast. This is the third episode. I have a couple of great guests with me today, Angie Middlebrooks from Remax and Dustin Orlando from First Rate Inspections. But I always like to start my podcast by telling everybody that the reason that I do this podcast is not to promote myself. It's to provide another avenue of promotion for real estate agents in the Fort Bend County area that I work with and vendors that I work with to give them another platform to promote their services. Alrighty, so, and then also I'd like to mention that Jennifer Smitis is my support here at Stewart Title. I represent 2 offices, Sugar Land and Richmond, 4 escrow officers, 5 assistants, 2 funders. We can close anything you got. So, with that said, the beautiful young lady sitting next to me is Angie Middlebrooks. Say hi, Angie.
Well, hi, everyone.
Tell everybody where you're from and what you do, real quick.
Where I'm from, Remax Fine Properties. We're located out of Sugar Land, Texas, but we service the greater Houston area, and we have just expanded into the Austin market as well.
I did see that. So I want to, with you, I'd like to start out a little bit, go back a year.
Okay.
Because it was, I wouldn't say by chance, but I took a chance.
Yes.
How I met her.
Sure did.
Yeah. So the word around the Richmond area was that there was a new Remax office that had just opened up, and they told me what your name was, but I'd never met you, and so I found an Angie Middlebrooks on Facebook, and Janice said that's her.
Send her a message.
And so I sent you a message, and I was shocked that you actually replied.
Well.
So she replied and said, yes, I'd love to meet with you. And ever since then, we've been working together pretty regularly.
We have.
So tell everybody, how you got started and how you ended up in Richmond, and then kind of how you ended up at Fine Properties.
Okay, super. So I started out in real estate as an REO asset manager, and when I jumped into full-time real estate, I joined Remax. Started out with a great Remax office in a small town before opening up my own Remax. And that's how I met Kevin. That was that message, and we got a great start. The thing was, I had a mentor named Manesh Patel, who was the broker at Remax Fine. And we kind of hit it off and came to a conclusion of maybe we can accomplish more together. So I merged my small office into Remax Fine, one of the biggest office in Texas. Yeah, I
think you guys are the largest volume in Texas, aren't you?
We are.
Yeah.
We are. Our office is full of a lot of great agents that are high producers, and our new agents that are up and coming are going to be the next generation to follow suit. Yes,
I've actually met with and I'm working with some of them. Actually, 2 of them were in my Legal 1 class this morning.
Okay.
Carla Stevens.
Yes.
And somebody else, I don't remember her
Right.
name. Sorry. Yeah, and then while you were, you had your own traditions in Richmond. I taught my classes there. I was there like once a month, and we helped you promote your business. And
correct.
And
a lot of what we did there for promoting that new brokerage and the new agents is what we have transferred over to Remax Fine, that we are doing with what we call the launch program. Because historically speaking, Remax Fine didn't bring on new agents.
Yes.
And now they do. Make sure
Because
everybody heard that part.
Say that again.
Remax Fine Properties does not just bring on high producers. If you are entering in and you have the gumption and you have the work ethic, we have the support for you, and we would love to get to meet you.
And if you'd like to be a part of the largest volume Remax brokerage in the state of Texas.
Yes, definitely have somebody to level up to when you're there.
Exactly. A lot of goals to be met. Tell them what you're not just an agent for Remax Fine. Tell them what you do there.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great, right? Yeah. So when I partnered with Nimesh, then he brought me on as the managing partner. So imagine if you've got a broker somewhere, you've got support, maybe you've got a mentor. We have another layer here at our office. So I am that managing partner. I am working alongside Nimesh and offering support to our agents that are there on the retention front, and then doing all of the training for our new agents.
Awesome. So if you're a new agent out there and you're looking for a brokerage that won't just make you a number.
Yeah, we don't do numbers. There are brokerages out there that when you show up, okay, can I be a little sassy?
Go ahead.
Yeah, that you show up for your interviews and they ask you to bring your driver's license because they've already decided they're hiring you, whether you're a good fit or they're a good fit. That's not our style.
Right.
We really have a family culture. When you come on board, we want it to be a good fit for everybody because we want the people that join us to be successful.
Well, and my point that I was trying to make was that you also provide value to the agent as a new agent with the marketing and the things that you teach them, other than here's how you do a contract, make sure you do stay out of trouble.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
We want to do more than what you got in school. We all graduated with our real estate license, and we came out and we realized that real world real estate was far different. And what we do is bring practical application to you in our office to each of our agents. And that's not just for the brand new agents. That's for our agents that are still around, because things keep changing and we keep presenting new ideas and new ways and make sure that they are informed.
I also call on the real estate agents or work with real estate agents all over the Fort Bend County, including in your brokerage. And it's always interesting to me that the new agents or agents that might maybe been around for a couple of years but haven't quite gotten where they want to be, they're all over asking me for my help. The ones that have been around for a while, we love what you do, Kevin. Not for us.
But we got it.
Yeah. It's like, so, but that's good.
I think that may change in the coming months. We're really going back. This year is a little bit of a different year, and I think we're going back to some old school way of doing things that used to work in the past. A lot of the agents that came in during the height of COVID, or even a year leading up to COVID, I think they're understanding they have to do a lot more to get those transactions.
Yeah, you have to work for the leads now.
Yes, and that's going to be a hard learning curve for many.
I have that conversation with agents every single day. So they're like, yeah, that's why I'm here. I need your help. And so, this podcast is real estate from a marketing perspective. So from a marketing perspective, what does the Angie Middlebrooks team and or Remax Fine Properties feel is important to help grow your business from a marketing perspective? What works for you guys?
Well, for us as a business or me as a team? I wear both hats.
Both.
Obviously, for Remax Fine Properties, that's the priority, and that is growing our agents in numbers, but growing in numbers for those that fit the culture. The whole idea is we all know that we spend more time at work than we do with our family more often than not. If you're going to be in the office, let's create an environment that you want to be in. Let's find people you want to be around that are going to build you up. We believe in roundtable discussions. We believe in sharing what we already know. You'll find that with me for sure, and Nimesh isn't here, so I'm going to speak for him. He will share everything that he does on his team. It is not a secret. You won't find that everywhere, and there's great value in that. And then on my team is a small team. I'm not looking for it to be giant, but we just believe in providing a level of service to the agents on our team and to our clients that doesn't change no matter where you are in production as an agent or what price point you are as a client. So
what I've been to you guys' office twice now, once last year, once this year. So how important is it for your team and for Remax for especially the new agents to tackle social media and the more modern ways of marketing? Oh, it's absolutely important. So, but some of the lessons that you teach would be valuable. We try to bring in whatever is the latest. So ChatGPT is kind of our latest thing that we're trying to tackle, and we're doing that with not just the new agents. Again, we really bringing in everybody. We do have a once a week meeting, which is a roundtable, and it's like come in with what you have. What have you found that you want to share? What do you have a question on? What do you want to know more of? Because when we put us all together, generally speaking, everybody's going to walk away with a takeaway that's way more valuable than one person speaking, no matter how great their knowledge is on one subject matter. Right. I tell everybody all the time that I might know more than you marketing wise, but I don't know everything. Right. I can learn something from somebody somewhere every day. So what is coming up for the Angie Middlebrooks team? What are you guys working on right now? Well, I have to say the Angie Middlebrooks team is kind of falling in line with Remax Fine right now, because our big thing is that we're moving. Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Yeah, so you haven't moved yet? No, we haven't moved yet. So that's really all hands on deck across the board. That's you guys have to physically move everything yourselves, or?
Well, we have a company that's going to be moving
Okay.
the whole office. So if you know where we are now, we're on Highway 6. We're just moving about a mile north on 6, closer to 59.
Okay.
And the shopping strip where, if you're a Sugarland kind of person, where the old Luby's used to be, we're just to the left of that. We're taking in a space. It was the Amish furniture store. I think it was a Halloween costume store during the holidays. But it's about 15,000 square feet. We're finishing out. It's brand new space, going to be absolutely gorgeous, state of the art. We'll have a green room, a fully set up media room for all of our training. Definitely something
Is it
you
a
want
one
to check
story,
out.
2 story?
It's a one story.
One story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was over at your current location, and Chelsea told me that it was right down the road and the marquee was there, but I must have.
Yes, we have a marquee by the street, and we have signage on the outside of the building now. So we are
Okay.
making progress.
And I can't miss it now.
No, can't miss it now.
So tell everybody, do you have a specific market area that you like to work in? Or you?
Me, Angie, or are we talking brokerage?
Yes. No, Angie.
Me, Angie, I primarily work for Benton County. However, if anybody knows me, I went to school in the city, so I still do stuff around Westview and Midtown,
Oh, wow.
in the area where I went to school.
Okay. And what is what if you wanted to tell anybody out there that's a new agent that might be looking for the right fit, right place for them to be, what would you want to tell them?
Definitely visit with far more than one. Ideally, at least 3 brokerages you should really visit with. Look for who's just going to take you just to take you, but then look at the training that is provided and see what the cost is. So we have a lot of agents come through our office. We don't hire everyone that comes in, but we find that a lot of people talk about what training is offered at other brokerages, but that training comes at a price tag, almost like an a la carte, like everything you want to know a little bit more about costs you more. Or a mentoring program that comes with a higher percentage on top of a split.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you really are comparing apples to apples. So
It can get confusing.
it can. And I always say, I want to be your broker before we're your broker. So if you have questions, even after you've gone through the gamut of what you're looking at as comparison, we'd love to talk you through it. And maybe you aren't a good fit for us right now, but I bet you will be at some point in time. And then going back to it, I really do believe in the power of the balloon. When you walk in as an agent, whether you're seasoned or new, and you walk in and you say that you're with Remax, there's gravitas that you are given right off the bat
When
that
I
no
tell,
other brokerage has.
of course.
And there's such value in that as a newer agent, if you're on that front, if you leverage the production that Remax Fine has and what Remax as a brand has, the power of the balloon, if you will, you are presenting value right up front before you've necessarily done a whole lot of production yourself. And then if you're that seasoned agent looking for a home where you're a better fit, then it's endless of what you can do when you build your listing presentation.
Right. Yeah. When I tell people that I'm with Stewart Title, I mean, that holds a little bit of weight right there.
Absolutely.
I mean, this year we're 130 years old.
Right.
And you can't beat that.
Correct.
So I get it. Yeah. And if you're looking for,
similar value points.
At the same time, they can be a part of the brokerage and still, depending on what situation they're in, create their own brand.
Yes. So, I mean, obviously we are Remax corporate. Then we are a Remax office. So everybody's independently owned and operated. So that's what Remax Fine is. And you as an agent are operating your own business. You are a business within Remax Fine.
Yes.
So, yes, you have to operate and come up with your own logo. We always tell people, red, white, and blue just never gets old. It's always a good idea to stick
Very
with something
patriotic.
that works with that balloon. That's going to behoove you. But yes, you are your own business even within Remax.
So if you're a real estate agent out there, whether you're old or new, young or old, and you're looking for a new home,
or just want to ask what it's about.
Yeah, if you're just
Because
curious.
Sometimes some of the best conversations I've had are people that are just curious. Maybe they weren't looking, and maybe you aren't looking right now, but sometimes that little bit of information makes you think, maybe I should be.
Yeah, maybe you're not in the right place, but you don't know that until after you ask questions.
That's right.
So if I was a potential client out there,
Yes.
and I was looking to buy or sell a home, and I was looking for a real estate agent, what would you want them to know about Angie Middlebrooks?
Simply put, I don't look to provide a service. I look to provide an experience. The whole
Nice.
idea is to create a home buying process that takes as much of the stress out. We have a robust team. We have partners such as yourself that if you know that buying a house is as close to going through a divorce or going through death, we try to mitigate that as much as possible and walk that out with you to where your first experience when the closing comes is, I would love to tell somebody about you.
There you go.
That's my goal.
And I can appreciate that. So why don't you tell everybody how to get a hold of you?
All right. Well, I am at Remax Fine, so you can find me that way. I am at the Angie Middlebrooks group. You can find me that way. I have a website that is Ask Agent Angie if you wanted to dive a little deeper into
I need
me
to check that out.
personally. And I can be reached at 832-228-7737 or Angie at remaxfine.com.
Awesome. Well, this was Angie Middlebrooks, everybody. If you need a real estate agent in the Fort Bend County area, I highly recommend her.
And if you're looking for a potential new brokerage, I want to hear from you too.
There you go. Just ask questions.
Yeah,
Don't-
that's right. Ask questions.
Just
That's
ask
the best
questions.
way to start.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on the podcast.
Thanks
I appreciate
for having
it.
me, Kevin.
Awesome.